What is going on, everybody? Welcome to episode 250 of Chicken Bone Alley. Had a few of them. What's going on? I'm David, here with my good buddy, as always, Racing Jason. What's up, man?
What's going on with you, man?
Oh, it's another Monday. I'm glad to have this to look forward to on Mondays, because Mondays would be rough without it.
Totally agree with that. I'd be thinking about it at work. I'd be like, oh man, I got chicken bone now. Like, thank goodness, like I get through this day.
So
something to look forward to.
Yeah. You had a long week of work last week. And I'll put you on that OT schedule.
Got another one coming up this week too, bud.
Really?
Yeah, man.
Ah, bringing in that money. That's what I'm talking about.
Man.
That's what I'm talking about.
And less stress, no aggravation. Oh my! Yes, the hours are long. Yes, I work all the time, but gosh, there's no stress. Oh, it's just a breath of fresh air.
Hey, when there's not much stress in it, the long hours ain't that big a deal.
Exactly. That's what I think too.
That's cool.
That's what I think too.
That's cool. Well, other than work, how was your weekend?
It was great, man. All I did was watch racing. Watch Mars, What About Laws, and Lucas Oil.
That's what I'm talking about.
How about RTJ back to back?
He's I think he had a little. It's funny because we call it like a lull, but the man's finishing, second, third, fourth, but that's a lull for RTJ anymore. So it's a good. We see it like it almost sounds like a comeback for him, going back to back. Yeah, it's a comeback. Nah, he was right there, but it's not. It's great, but it's not really surprising. I don't guess we shouldn't be surprised anyway.
Especially at Port Royal. That's 2 years in a row.
Yeah, for sure.
I do got a question for you though.
What's that?
Is Bobby Pierce, when it's all said and done, he's going to be in his 40s, maybe 50s. Is Bobby Pierce the greatest we ever seen?
Ooh, you're going to be stepping on some toes there.
Hey, man. Look.
He is definitely in the running for it. I think he is a generational talent. I think the biggest difference, though, and I think this is why we look at it different. Now, a young fan coming up, if we got some coming up, starting to watch racing, and they follow it for years, yeah, they're going to look at it and say that he was greatest ever, because that's what they saw. Now us, I guess, when we saw the Scott Bloomquist of the world, it wasn't only the driving talent we saw, all the other talents. And so that's why a lot of us will always look
innovator.
And say, yeah, he's just such an innovator that's why so many people that, more our generation will look and say, like Scott was the greatest ever. But I could see where Bobby Pierce would definitely be in the talk.
We got to put him up there somewhere. He's got to be up there somewhere.
David Pack, what's going on there, buddy? He said, "What's up?"
What's up, David? You think it's more the car, or I think it's more driver than car. I think honestly, if you put Bobby in anybody else's car, Dave, the car can be fantastic. Yes, we know this, but you still got to wheel it.
I agree, but this is the thing. All right, let me tell you this. A good driver, I don't care who it is, a good driver cannot make a slow car go fast.
I don't say a good driver not make a slow car go. What now?
They can't. A good driver cannot make a slow car go fast. If the car is just slow, a good driver just is not going to make that car go fast. They might make it better.
Okay. Okay.
But they're not going to make it go fast. But let me tell you this. But this is the thing. All right, when you got somebody, say like Bobby Pierce or Ricky Thornton or I don't know, you can say Chris Madden, because Chris Madden's done this a lot. They made it to the point they were at. They were with different teams, and they found something that they like. They know those guys know those setups. Well, the guy with the quote-unquote slower car, he doesn't know those setups. And so when you put somebody in, let's say a Bobby Pierce, you put him in the quote-unquote slower car, he's also bringing some knowledge, some setup knowledge with him. So, yes, you can put him in any car and he's going to go fast. And that goes for anybody who's ever done it. I mean, that's why every once in a while you see somebody that's I don't know. I don't want to pick on anybody by no means because I think they're all good drivers. But let's just say somebody that's typically a 10th place driver.
Boom Briggs.
Boom Briggs. We'll use Boom. Boom's a great guy. Great guy. Every once in a while, they hit something and run up front. Every once in a while. But it's not a consistent thing because they don't have that consistent book of notes behind them. Now, McCready went over there with Boom Briggs and upped the game over there. It became a more consistent car.
I believe Dave with that saying when they switched to Longhorn, it really made a difference. You could tell right off the bat.
And that is that book of notes that Tim McCready brought with him from a Longhorn.
From Paler,
yeah, for sure. So, I don't know. I mean, I think there's... Now, don't get me wrong. I think a good driver will get the best out of any car. I do think that. I think you could put Bobby Pierce in any car, and he's going to get the absolute best out of it. Whatever, but there's always a limit. You know what I'm saying? There's always a car. A car's only going to go so fast to its setup. And once that right setup goes now, and so that's what I'm saying. I can't sit here and always say that it's driver, or car, because I think it is a combination of the two, because the good driver is also going to bring a good setup.
No.
And David says some people can't drive an EO handling car. Now, that is a difference there. That is a difference. I mean, there are people that if a car's a little off, they can't drive it. It's really hard for them to drive it. And there's some people that can have a car that's a little off and they know how to fight through it and get the best they can out of it. And I think that's what Bobby Pierce is really good at too. I think he can, because where he is, the lines he is willing to run on a racetrack are beyond everybody else's. So he can take a car.
I'm saying that's saying yes.
So he can take
because oh gosh, I'm a butcher this. I'm a butcher it. Last weekend, Mo Coconut. I think I got it.
There you go. Good job.
Dave, he ran that. He ripped the lip by himself. He was the only one. He started with sixth, and within 20 laps, then got the lead. Yep. So that's what I'm saying. I think we are watching greatness right here, and I really do believe if you put Bobby Pierce in anybody else's car, it's going to the front.
Oh,
that's just me.
I don't disagree. I think you can too. I think you could put him in any chassis. You can put him in any. I mean, it's not like we haven't seen him in different chassis before, and he was fast.
Has Pierce ever been in a Rocket?
I don't know if he's ever been in a Rocket. I don't know.
I don't think he has either.
I don't remember him being in. I remember him being into old Pierce Platinum. I mean,
Yeah, that thing is platinum, buddy. That thing is pure platinum. It is. It is. That thing's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. We're watching greatness. I'm serious, Dave. In 20 years from now, we're going to say, man, that doggone Bobby Pearson, he's got to be one of the greatest. He won the world at what, 17, 18?
Something like that. And that's the thing is 20 years from now, unless he just decides not to, 20 years from now, he's liable to still be winning.
That's what I'm saying. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. We are watching greatness.
Dude, I so wish, and I know he is a, sprint car guy, and we hadn't seen him back in a late model in I don't know how long, and Cup guy obviously over there making big money, but man, I wish Kyle Larson would come run a full season one time in a late model. Just to
full, I like that full season, yeah.
Just to see what would happen.
Just get him on the Flow Night Racing in America Day. That'd be awesome.
Yep.
Because the midweek race, if he wouldn't so tied up with that doggone high limit, he probably would do that.
Yeah, oh yeah. I mean, that's exactly why he says he hadn't run late models, is because of the high limit stuff. He wanted to focus because he does own the series. I mean, so you can't really blame him there. So.
Hey, my only question is this: when him and Brad Sweet win, do they keep the money, or they just put it back into the series? Because we're the owners of the series. You know what I mean?
I imagine they probably give the team a good bonus there and keep on rolling.
It'd be nice if they did that. They really would.
Now, Brad Sweet may take a little more because, Brad Sweet's got good money, but that is his living. That ain't exactly Kyle Larson's living there.
That's true, too. Yeah, it's a little side hustle for Kyle. Yeah. I still disagree with car owners. I mean, no, I love Ray Cook, too. Don't get me wrong, I love Ray Cook, too. But, you got car owners or track owners, series owners racing. To me, it's like, man, should you be disqualified? Are you?
It does seem like a conflict of it. And I actually had this conversation with somebody the first of the week. Actually, my buddy Andy Garris with ProFab. I had a conversation with him first of the week. We were talking about the Cars Tour. And because, Kevin Harvick and Junior's cars are pretty much walking away with the thing. And 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 I was like, he's like, you ever think them cars are illegal? I was like, I don't know. And I know a lot of people are, saying, them cars get anything through tech. And they're like, and Andy tells me, he said, do you think they be that crazy with as much as they got riding on everything sponsor wise and everything else to let an illegal car go through there?
I don't know.
It'd be tough to see because I'm going to tell you, if eventually somebody would call them out on something. I promise you they would. I know these racers. Somebody would call somebody out on something.
You really, do you think a track I guess these track tech guys or series tech guys would have the cojones to find one of Junior's cars illegal?
Well, I'll put it this way. A NASCAR sanction track did a couple years ago.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Because of a shock. They threw a shock out on them. So
wait a minute. I think I did hear something about that.
Yeah.
Was it Landon Lewis?
No, it was Carson Kvapil.
Oh, okay, Kvapil.
So I don't know. I mean, now in the Cars Tour series, I don't really know. But I mean, that's the thing is, yes, there are, Connor Hall in a junior car. He's running okay. Landon Lewis in Kevin Harvick's car is running really good. But you still got Minnie Tyrell that's up there winning races. You got a few other guys that are still really good that aren't in those factory team or those big money teams like that. So I don't know. Yeah, David Pack said they're probably stretching the gray areas, but all are doing that. And I agree. Every one of them out there. If you're not working in the gray area, you're not running up front.
Yeah, 50 Shades of Gray.
Exactly. Exactly. When we got a bunch to talk about on that. Anyway, we got some news to talk about car store stuff this week and all that stuff. But I do want to, before we get into all that, we got a special guest coming on the show here in about 15 minutes. Cody Summer, good old Gateway Dirt Nationals. Also builder of, I guess, what is it? DRT. I got some questions I asked him about. I just want to know what's going on with it. When is one going to be for sale? I want to know what's going on. But anyway, before we get to that, I do want to say this past weekend, I was over at the Hartsville Regional Airport at the Wings Over Hartsville event we have every year. We've attended the past couple of years with it. Last year, I had a Legend car still. Actually, I took it there, brought it home, sold it. The Legend car I had last year.
So you this car that okay. Spot shop.
Oh yeah. We'll go through them around here. But so we had a Legend car, and I took the Legend car and my Charger car out there. Last year. This year, we sold the Legend, so I took the Charger car, but we had, I think, 10 race cars, show up over there this week. Or this past Saturday. So that was great. I really appreciate everybody. Mark the Fields over there with Rise Arrow, putting on a great event. Had 600 plus come through the gate. In a little, small town like Hartsville, that's a good size event, and still making it bigger. I want to thank all everybody that came out. Probably gonna miss some name, but I do know my brother Chad Webster. He come on out there with us. Him and Matt Winkler and Robin Winkler cooked us some food all day.
Oh wow!
Kept us rolling. We had some barbecue and some hot dogs and all that good stuff.
Oh wow! Yeah, man.
Robert Struber, appreciate you coming out there, man. He hung out with us all day. I'm trying to think who else. Tom Lovett, I think it is, with a street stock dirt car from over at Lakeview. They had oh god, I am. Anyway, Mr. Dennis Brown. Let's see. I'm trying to remember who else. Jeremiah Alexander. Mr. Barry came out there. The Jackson Winkler Foundation come out there with us with the this is what I was trying to think about. The juice box cars.
Okay.
And we set up a little track for, I don't know why I just had a brain fart on juice box, but who knows? One of them days.
Free sun.
Yeah, exactly. But we had the juice box cars out there, and they let pretty much any kid out there that was 8 and under race them. While we were out there, we set up a little track for them. And man, let me tell you what, they normally race them on them dirt tracks, everywhere, and the little cars need a little grip, something to bite in. On top of that asphalt with them plastic wheels, they were sliding around everywhere, and it was great. I'm gonna tell you, we turned some kids into dirt racers on the asphalt the other day. There was a few of them that got that. It took them a couple laps, but they really learned how to slide it through the corner and get on around there. So I think they had a blast out there. I had a blast watching them. We let our buddies with the Low Country Legends over there. There's kind of an area up front, and it's somewhat it's like square pretty much, but it's kind of rounded, I guess. Part of it goes on the runway, then part of it comes back on the taxiway, stuff like that. So I set them up a little race, a little exhibition race. And I told them, I'm like, look, we just want to look like a race, so people get somewhat interested and stuff like that. Yeah, by the time they were done, there was a bumper knocked off and everything.
They were using a chrome horn, huh?
Oh, yeah. You can't tell them race and them do it calmly. It don't happen.
Awesome. Hey, I got a suggestion.
Yes, sir.
Because this is going to be in my calendar for next year. Hey, let's get Dirty Grass Soul to play.
I've thought about that. I have thought about that. And I think that would be an awesome end of the kind of later in the show. Got to do some figuring on that. I think we'd have to start it later because there was a car show there too, and I'm not exactly sure on the car numbers. I'm gonna throw. I'm assuming there was probably somewhere between 80 and 100 cars that showed up for the car show.
Wow.
And they had some really cool looking cars over there. But we started at 9. And so everybody kind of, I got there a little after 8, I think it was. So it's a whole day event for sure. Yeah, I would love to see a concert out there for sure. And just have to figure out timing and, if people stick around for it. I think we could definitely make something happen though.
Okay. All right. Cool. Let's do that. Do that.
We'll look into it for next year.
Okay. Awesome.
So, anyway, before we get our good buddy on here, let's go ahead and hit up some of our sponsors of this show.
Are you ready to unleash the true potential of your ride? Tired of feeling held back? It's time to experience the Pro Fabrication difference. At Pro Fabrication, we don't just build headers and exhausts. We engineer performance. Crafted with precision from high-grade materials, our systems are designed for one thing: maximum power. Feel the instant increase in horsepower and torque. Hear the deep, aggressive rumble that turns heads. Our expertly designed headers optimize exhaust flow, while our performance exhaust systems deliver that signature sound that you crave. But it's not just about power and sound. Pro Fabrication means durability you can trust. Built to withstand the toughest conditions, our headers and exhaust are an investment in long-lasting performance. Whether you're hitting the track, conquering the trails, or just cruising the streets, Pro Fabrication gives you the edge. Experience smoother acceleration, improved field efficiency, and that unmistakable feeling of pure driving exhilaration. Don't settle for less. Upgrade to Pro Fabrication headers and exhaust today. Pro Fabrication headers and exhaust. Quality that wins. Chicken Bone Alley is brought to you by SRI Performance. They are your one-stop shop for all things racing. Do you need performance parts? Look no further. They offer a wide range of high-performance parts for various types of racing, including stock car racing, dirt racing, and more. SRI Performance also has the most knowledgeable employees in the industry. If you're looking for that hard-to-find part, they've got it. And if you're wondering how to make it work on your car, they know it. Check them out online at www.sriperformance.com. And when you do, don't forget to use the promo code CBONE10. That's C as in chicken, BONE10, and get 10% off at checkout. Tired of leaving performance on the table? Ready to dominate the track? For decades, Earl Ramey Racing Engines has been the secret weapon of champions. We don't just build engines. We craft precision, engineered powerhouses designed for one thing: victory. From meticulous machining to expert assembly, every Earl Ramey engine is built with uncompromising quality and a passion for speed. We understand the demands of racing, and we deliver the reliability and raw power you need to cross the finish line first. Whether you're tearing up the asphalt or conquering the dirt, Earl Ramey Racing Engines provides the competitive edge you've been searching for. Don't just race, conquer. Contact Earl Ramey Racing Engines today and let us build your winning machine. Stock Car Steel and Aluminum is a full-line steel service center stocking thousands of sizes, shapes, grades, and types of metals and plastic. If you need it, they have it. And if not, they work fast to find what you need and get it to you. Stock Car Steel and Aluminum also has the ability to cut orders to your specifications as requested. Their dedicated team not only brings many years of experience to the table, but they are always ready and willing to lend a hand with anything you may need. Stock Car Steel and Aluminum. Your material needs are covered here.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, also, our good buddy, Skylar Whitfield, playing this week if you are down towards the coast area, South Carolina, and lower North Carolina, very southern North Carolina, I guess we'll say. Go check him out. 26 tomorrow night, Brunswick Plantation in Calabash, North Carolina. On the 27th, Bubba's Love Shack there in Murrells Inlet. The 28th, Skylar will be at The Landings at Grand Dunes there in Myrtle Beach. And a new one I haven't heard yet. This one is on the 30th, the Dirty Armadillo in Little River. Hadn't been there.
No.
Hadn't heard that one.
First time I heard about that one.
That's a new one.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Something happened to our Facebook feed. I don't know what happened.
Well, you got booted out?
I got booted out.
Hey, Grok. Ask Grok.
I ain't kidding. I'm going to hit record. I'll just put it on there later. So anyway. Yeah, so go check out our good buddy Skylar Whitfield, www.skylarwhitfield.live. And he will let me go share the YouTube feed, because it still says we're on YouTube. I don't know what happened. Facebook there. Cancel. Yeah, so anyway. Always something.
You mean to share this on X?
Sure, if you want to.
All right. Wish me luck. If I get booted out, I'll come back.
I think you just did. Nope, there you go.
Did I really?
Nah, you're still there.
Oh, I better not do it then. Oh no.
I don't see you, but I hear you.
No. Oh no. Okay, hold on. Zoom. Okay, get back in this. Okay. Hello. Yeah, Dave. I'm not gonna do it, Dave.
Oh well, if you gotta go out. Go out. Then come back. Oh,
Okay.
There you go. There you go. There you go.
All right. Not gonna happen.
Oh well, is what it is. I'll share it on the Facebook. Is everybody can see it there?
The face check.
Yeah, all that good stuff.
So I call it chat and snap face.
Snap face.
I don't have either one of them.
All right, everybody. Want to welcome in the man behind some of the biggest races and now race cars and everything else in the dirt world, Mr. Cody Summer. What's going on, man?
Oh, just juggling all my BS that I get myself into.
Somebody's got to do it.
That's right.
So how's things been, man?
Been good. They've been busy. Of course, working on DRT stuff a lot. Kind of what works out is with the dome schedule, really about this time of year, all the way through January. That's pretty much like you're pretty busy with dome stuff. This year, dome stuff has kind of been pretty busy sooner than typical. But usually, it gives me a lot of free time, in the spring and in the summer to go play with race cars. So DRT is really just playing with race cars at the end of the day. So
there you go. There you go.
I'm digging the shirt.
There you go, Jason. Well, Cody, I want to ask you real quick, man. Before we get to all the gateway stuff, because we got a lot of, there's been some news come out about that, so we got to get all that. But I want to ask about the DRT project that you have going on, man. That is it looks really cool. Every time we've seen any flash of the car, there's a lot of potential there, I believe, and I believe it's a fast car. Tell us where, obviously, a lot of us know already your background in cars and into building cars, but just tell everybody who don't know already a little bit of how this came about.
Yeah, I'll try to give you the quick version.
Yeah.
I mean, of course, most people, they look at me and they think, oh, he's a pretty young guy. And it's like, I don't feel that young anymore. I maybe did, 10 years ago when I was doing some of this stuff, but you got to remember, I've really been doing this all for a while now. I'm 38 years old. I've been building cars and promoting races for 20 years. So it's been a long time. Now, I wasn't building dirt late models when I was 18 years old, but I've been building race cars, just like, the guy that runs a local racetrack building his street stock or his four banger. That's how I started. And then, of course, you learn and you learn and you build and you build and you just keep stacking them blocks. And you just take a little bit of everything you've learned on the way and you start piling it up. But the short version is, yeah, I mean, I started racing like everybody else, just a local track, built my own cars, raced my own cars, raced other people's cars. Then I got into NASCAR. I worked in NASCAR for several years. I actually did two different stints in NASCAR. I did it at a young age. Then I took a break and pursued some other things in the corporate world. And then kind of got back in racing. I was fortunate to kind of be in a position where I could. So I got back in racing, started promoting heavily, and then really kind of got back to building race cars around the Mansfield time when I had Mansfield Motor Speedway, when I brought it back to life. The 1.0 back to life. I know Matt Tiff's doing 2.0 right now, but and that's when I met Scott. Well, I met Scott back in like 2015, so it was a little bit before I started Mansfield, but I was kind of already playing with the race car stuff at Mansfield. So it just, when you get two creative minds together, and it just kind of took off. So needless to say, though, when I obviously partnered with Scott, I put my project on the shelf, and I said, well, I need to help Scott. So that was really what my focus turned into. I mean, I moved my family and everything to Tennessee. I changed everything. Most people don't realize that is like 75% of the reason that I didn't continue with Mansfield was because of Scott, and I wanted to focus on Scott. The other 25% was the fact that I couldn't make any money at Mansfield, so it just wasn't good business. But I wanted to do it because I loved the place and I loved racing, but I saw an opportunity, and then obviously you fast forward and you go, well, me and Scott didn't work out. We decided to part ways. All was good though. It was a friendly parting. That was when I kind of blew the dust off of everything and said, well, let's pull this thing back together and see if we can do something. So I spent the last few years kind of putting it back on the rails, and simultaneously working in NASCAR again, actually for Nice Motorsports and as the operations director there in the truck series. So then just kind of got to a point where it was like, hey, are you going to do this? Shit or get off the pot. So right. I said, let's do it. So debuted it with myself driving it too, I checked that box. And here we are. Yeah. And it definitely has had its moments of speed. There's been a lot of trial and error, but I'm looking forward to the next month and a half, 2 months, because I think we might surprise some people.
Oh wow! Okay, well that's what I was going to ask was is there any kind of little glimpse of what the future holds, or what is your vision for that in the long run?
So I'm friends with a lot of people in the sport. I'm fortunate to have those relationships, and I'm pretty transparent with. I mean, really, I'm one of the few people in the sport that I feel like is pretty transparent and pretty honest. I'm not scared to talk the way I feel. And one of the things is I don't want to be a chassis builder. That's a weird thing to say because I'm building chassis. But what that means is I don't want to be Longhorn. I do not want to be Rocket. I don't even want to be close. I don't want that headache. I don't. Um, I don't want Mark Richards' phone, and I don't want Steve Harper's phone. I guarantee you, it never stops ringing.
Nope.
Now, what I do enjoy doing is racing, and I like doing it with a small group of people in my inner circle, and that's really what I loved about Team Zero and Scott. We had a really small, tight group. I mean, McDowell, Bab, um, just to name a few, even Ricky before he went on and did his own thing.
Yeah.
It was just a nice, small little group of people, and it was really fun. So I'd like to eventually maybe end up where I've got 5 to 10 of my guys, but that's it. I don't want more than that. And so I've had a lot of people ask, am I selling cars? And the answer right now is no, I'm not. Am I building cars? Yes, I am. I've got 3 in my shop right now, actually,
Oh, wow.
Ooh.
but I'm not selling them. So it's kind of a weird. Most people that get into this business, they're doing it because they want to make a living doing it. I'm not doing it for that reason at all. I'm doing it because I love to do it. Now, the raffle car thing and the giveaway car is it's kind of my way of saying and trying to justify the money burn. Okay, because racing is not cheap. So, if we're going to spend $300,000-400,000 going racing, I at least would like to maybe do something to try to recoup some of those costs if I can. So, of course, me being a promoter, I'm going to do something that puts even more money at risk and see if I can maybe get a return. So we'll see. We're going to give that car away at the Dome on Saturday at the Dome, and that's really what that's about. And it's also just making it fun. I mean, we're having a blast doing it. I've never been a content creator type of person. I think clearly the world can probably see that I'm kind of going down that path. But it's been a fun experience. And at the end of the day, what I've loved the most about it is I get to go racing. So, and that's what I love.
There you go. And that is a good transition to talk about the Dome. And I think Jason's got a couple questions for you there.
Yeah, Cody, talk about the Dome. This American Racer tire you bring it into the Dome this year. You want to get into that, and how did that come about?
I think you said American Racer tire. Is that what you said?
Yeah. You just want to know how that kind of came about.
Yeah.
It's first off, nothing against Hoosier Tire. I think a lot of people, anytime you make a decision like that, they immediately want to look at the negatives or try to create a negative stigma or stereotype out of a situation. This wasn't that. I have nothing against the people at Hoosier. In fact, Hoosier Tire Midwest, who I worked the most with, because they're based in the St. Louis market. There's major distributors. You got Indy, you got St. Louis, you got Mid-Atlantic, you got some others too. But, Hoosier Tire Midwest is who I really work with the closest. Corporate's changed a lot since they've been bought, and they've kind of became more of a corporate company. And I think that's a little bit of what drove my decision was, American Racer is still boots on the ground. They're still pretty involved. They still want something. They still are trying to serve the racers. It's no offense to Hoosier, but I just feel like they're kind of just checks and balances at this point. And they're not really worried about everything. They're just kind of, again, checks and balances. But my relationship with Midwest has been great. Even after this decision, they've still been totally fine. They understand my decision. Of course, they don't love it. I don't expect them to love it. American Racer, of course, really loves it, and kind of expected that. But it's really kind of goes back to the racer and me and going, let's make this an open market. Open market. I've had tweets and videos about it, but an open competitive market is best for everybody. It's just a fact. If we had if we only had rocket chassis, our sport would not be what it is.
No.
If we only had Longhorn, it wouldn't be. If we only had Penske's, it wouldn't be what it is. Now, one of the easiest ways that you can drive costs down and create a fair market is competition. So I just felt like we were in this position as a business that somebody that really kind of has a voice, in our case, Gateway Dirt Nationals, I think we've grown to a point that we have a bigger splash than your average event. So I felt like it was time for somebody that really could make a big splash to make that move. I mean, I literally got a message from some tire company from Australia that wants to race at the Dome, and I literally am probably going to entertain that phone call. So
Yeah,
we'll see.
I was telling a couple of buddies, I believe you and the American Racing Super Late Model Series in the Southeast in 26, y'all gonna really open up doors. Y'all give more racers a choice now, bring the cost down. I mean, Cody, we have chassis competition, we have shock competition, and now it's time for have a tire competition.
No, and I agree, and it's not even just the competition. It is, but I mean, I'm just gonna spill the beans here, and anybody that's in the sport kind of understands this, but you rewind 5, 10 years ago, and at least half of your full-time late model guys had some type of tire deal. They were either getting a very deep discount or they were getting free tires, or both. Now they don't get jack shit. They don't. I believe opening the market back up would reintroduce some of that. And so that saves guys money because they can work their own deal with whoever. They can say, you know what, Hoosier, I'm running this tour and I would love to run your tire exclusively. What can you do for me? And it opens that back up versus right now, it's no offense to Hoosier, but they can just basically be like, the hell do I need to do for you?
Who cares?
You got to run my tire.
Yeah.
So it kind of opens up the ability for each individual team to be their own marketer and their own salesman. And that's why I'm for it. If I'm Lucas Oil and I'm World Outlaws right now, I'd be, if your point fund money is $50,000, I would go to both of them and say, I want 25 from each of you, or you're not racing my series.
Yep.
That's what I would do. And I bet you
that's what I like.
I bet you they both would pay. That's me guessing, but I bet
I love
you would pay. And what it would do is it would just give the teams that option. It would also put sales and marketing back in the team's hands where they can work one of the biggest expenses they have, which is tires. They can work it. They can try to negotiate their price. They can try to negotiate their deal, because today it just doesn't exist anymore. So,
well, being that now that there's, I guess we're the tire options between the American Racer or Hoosier. Do you think that kind of with the way y'all have the invites to the Dirt Nationals, do you think that kind of helps some of those guys? Because yes, there is majority probably running Hoosier, but there's a few guys that run at some tracks and hey, they're running American Racers. So this is like, okay, here you go. You know what you're running here. Did it kind of open those doors there, I guess you say?
Well, the Gateway Dirt Nationals has always been an event about the little guy in a sense. It's certainly grown into something bigger than that, but I always kind of have this spot in my heart for the little guy because I've watched it. I've watched guys that I'll be honest, they have no business even racing. They shouldn't be there. They shouldn't be spending the thousands of dollars it takes to get there. They shouldn't be spending the hotel money, the pit pass money, you name it, but they do it and they just absolutely are in love with the event. So it makes a guy like me that recognizes that go, what can I do to try to help some of those guys? Because let's be honest, you're probably not, I might eat crow here, but you're probably not going to see Jonathan Davenport race American Racers at the Dome.
Correct.
And I understand that. And I think everybody kind of understands that. But you're going to see a guy like maybe a Tyler Carpenter go, yeah, you know what? I might.
Lose.
And to me, that's cool. I'm all about storylines. I'm a promoter anyway at heart. So if I can create a little bit of drama, of course I'm going to, but this wasn't really driven by that.
It's the
That
dope.
it's just a byproduct of it, create a little bit of drama. But I think this event this year will probably undoubtedly be you've seen things like the Ray Cook Southern Nationals or any of the events that have racers and Hoosier. I don't know the number off the top of my head, but I would bet it's like 5% are on American Racer. I think the Dome is going to be the first time that we see like 20% plus on American Racer. And I think that's going to be interesting to see what happens. So I've been vocal about it. We're going to do a tire test this fall. And I'm going to be pretty transparent in that process. So if one is just way better, I'm going to adjust things. If they're really close, I'm going to be good with it, but I'm going to be transparent on what we learned so that teams can make their own decisions. Um, I know for one, I'm a good example. Me and my race team, we haven't even really announced it yet, but we're fielding a car at the Dome for the first time.
Nice.
So DRT will be there. I'm not going to announce the driver yet, but um, we'll have a car there, and we don't know which tire we're going to run. I can promise you that. We don't know. I'm fortunate to be in the process, so I'm going to make my decision based off that tire test. So if you see the 13 car unload with American Racers,
Wow.
chances are I either valued saving money more or speed or both. So it's going to be a couple of those things. But at the end of the day, I wouldn't be shocked if I unload with Hoosier tires as well. It just, just depends on that test.
Nice. Well, I do want to ask you real quick, and I think Jason wanted to ask this really, but I'm going to ask it real quick. Um, what is kind of the process that goes on with y'all on the invitation process?
So it's not as complicated as people think. A lot of people over the years have felt like which to a degree, the more you post and promote yourself, hey, I'm a pretty socially active guy, and so isn't my fiance, soon to be wife, Emma, who is the manager of the event. Okay. So we're pretty in tune with what's going on online. We may not always comment, and we may not always let you know that we're watching, but trust me, we're watching and we're seeing things. There's not much we miss between my entire group and us two, but we have another, several people involved. Um, there's not much we're missing. So, but the reality is you can't vote yourself in. The more people that post doesn't necessarily guarantee it. At the end of the day, if you have a good following and you are promoting yourself, and you're getting the word out there that you want to race, that is step one. Step two is then we would go, okay, this person, let's call it Joe Dirt, okay, for just an example of somebody. Joe Dirt, he's promoting himself, or he or she, because there's actually a female that's promoting herself a lot lately, and trust me, we've noticed. Um, uh, if Joe Dirt is posting a bunch and makes it very clear that Joe Dirt wants to race, okay, that's step one. Well, now we go, okay, Joe Dirt, how good are you? What are you doing? Where are you racing? Are you winning? Are you running competitively? You don't have to necessarily be the best that there is. I think you could look at our past and who we've invited. There's several guys that people go, there's no way he's one of the top 60 modifieds in the country. It's like no one said he or she was. We liked him. Okay. We thought it made sense for us and our event and our business. Um, Transparently speaking, then there's times we get a sponsor that's deeply involved with the event. I'm a loyal person. Sorry, but if I have a sponsor that helps our event and they say, I really would love for you to help me out here, that immediately gets you pretty high up there. Because I am a loyal person and I try to take care of the people that take care of me. So now, if that person is just, ooh, should not be there, I respectfully tell that sponsor, I'm sorry, we just can't do it. Um, But I think you could look at our modified, especially our modified racing in the last couple of years, and it has been absolutely top notch. I mean,
Yes, it has.
they have had hardly any cautions. I mean, other than a couple of major incidents like Velaz going out of the damn park and all of it, but I mean, for the most part, the modifieds, because it's invitation only, have been really good. I mean, and so I don't want to change what we're doing. Um, yeah, I mean, you just obviously, if you're just flat out good, you're probably going to get an invite. But then there's guys, we'll get a lot of fans. They'll be like, I don't care. I'll call the guy out. A guy like Cole Falloway. He's been invited multiple times. He's never came. He's not going to get invited anymore. We're tired of inviting him. It's that simple. You won't be. Um, there's several guys like that actually, but I'm using him as the example um, because we look at it like this. You want to pass on 1 year, that's fine because schedules and money and just rides. But if you just pass after pass after pass, we're done. We're done trying to make it work for you. You clearly didn't want to make it work that bad, so we're moving on. But so it doesn't necessarily guarantee you an invite just because you've won this race or you've won this championship, but it certainly helps. I mean, it definitely certainly helps. And for the most part, when we send out an invitation on the modified side, we've probably already talked to them or we have a really good idea that they're going to say yes. We don't like to waste people's time. So we've just learned, we've tried to do that where it was just random invitations and it's just kind of fake promoting. I don't want to necessarily do that. These are our invite numbers. This is who's coming. I mean, if you look at last year, I think we only had 2 or 3 of all of our invitations that didn't come. So I think that says something. And our field last year was amazing. I mean, holy cow, our modified field was crazy.
I remember Ryan Gilmore basically went on Twitter. He promoted himself to get to the dome. What was that, 2, 3 years ago, Cody? That was pretty awesome.
Yeah. He's a perfect example of how just promoting yourself can get you there. I mean, that guy was doing the funniest, most hilarious videos, posting them every couple weeks. He would not, I'll be honest with you, and Ryan Gilmore would admit it too. Was he winning every damn race there was? No. In fact, he probably wasn't even running up front in most of them. But he was a respectable racer, meaning he didn't go knock the fence down. He did race, so it wasn't like it was a one-off race. He was just trying to get in. No, I mean, he was a racer and he was a respectable one. Did he win everything? No, but he got our attention, and that's to me what the Dome is about. It's about, promoting yourself. It's about that chance to be I always use this reference, but to be a gladiator, in front of this main stage. So I love having the little guy there a lot, but we got to also have the big guy too. Your Rodney Sander type of people you got to have. But I love having the Ryan Gilmore guys too. So
Well, I'm gonna tell you,
whatever happened to him.
I'm gonna tell you, man. It has become an awesome event, and our good friend Jason here has actually said we had a top 5 of what our crown jewels were, and it is in his top 5. He says this is a crown jewel on any schedule, and I do not disagree with him at all. This is
you don't want to get me started on crown jewel talk because gotten the short straw on that deal for a long time, and I'm almost to a point where I'm feeling disrespected in a sense because to me,
I'll fight for you. Hey, I will go to death for you, Cody. I will stand on my heel. I will stand on my heel and take bullets.
Well, I think when you start to ask what is the definition of crown jewel, I think you have to kind of really zero in on that first before you answer it. And obviously
longevity.
Years and longevity matters, but so doesn't, size, impact, viewership, sponsorship, quality cars.
Check.
We pretty much check every single box, and we don't only check it, we're pretty much industry leading on every box other than tenure. And we're coming up on 10 years next year. Not this year, but next year.
Next year. Okay.
Next year will be 10 years. So this is the 9th annual this year. It's actually year 10, but with COVID, it's the 9th annual. So
they owe us a year too, Cody. They owe us a year. They owe us one more year. I told you, Cherokee. Remember that? They owe us a year, Cody.
But I mean, we're the highest attended dirt race, period, at this point.
Yep.
You know, hey, I don't have anything against sprint car racing, but I just loved, like, what, a week or two ago when they were out there in Iowa, they were all talking about this is the biggest dirt race in the world. And it's like, I would probably have something to say about that at this point because, okay, longest tenure, sure, but highest attended, highest viewership, I don't know. I would love to compare numbers, guys. That's all I got to say.
There you go.
I would love to compare because we have grown to a point where, you know, when you get to be 35,000 plus people, and I'm not even going to say how many watching online because I'm not sure if I'm even allowed to say, but it's a lot. Okay. And I know that it's industry leading. And to me, that alone should make it one of the top events in our sport. Doesn't matter how many years we've been doing it, does not matter because you don't just get there by chance. That's because people absolutely love it. And it's technically not going anywhere, but what I always say, what's beautiful about the Dome, or not beautiful, it's sad, beautiful, and also what makes it work. Because people go, well, like, how does this happen? How does so many people fall in love with something so quickly, and how does it grow to be this? And I believe part of it subconsciously is we don't know how long it's going to be here.
That's right.
We don't. It's not like Eldora and some of these other places, you know, Knoxville, for example, where those racetracks there's a really good chance they're not going anywhere. They're owned privately. Well, I guess the fairgrounds is owned by Fairgrounds, but either way, you guys are following me. The chances of them going away, the risk is pretty low versus I think it's pretty public knowledge. City of St. Louis, they don't care about the Gateway Dirt Nationals, really. They don't. You know, at the end of the day, if a new football team wanted to come in the NFL and they said, you know what, the dirt's got to go, then we're the first.
Hey,
okay. So I think part of what's made it work is that there is a bit of this unknown on the future. So we all love it while we have it. And we're contracted through 2027. So we feel good about that. But I would say it's just one step at a time, and I don't take it for granted at all. So I just enjoy it every time we can do it.
Well, that is awesome, man. And it's so crazy that we're already talking about it, but man, it's only really just a few months away. I mean, this year has flown by, and man, it's awesome. It's so awesome. Great event. And I encourage anyone, if they have not ever somehow, if they've ever missed it somehow, you better watch this year, because I promise you there's going to be an awesome story come from it. There is every year, whether it be the Charlie Medfords or whoever coming out of there. So, but Cody, man, I greatly appreciate you, buddy, coming on, spending some time with us. We had you a lot more time than we originally said, and I greatly appreciate it, man.
All good. No, I appreciate you having me. And yeah, anybody that's got a 13 on their desk, you know, I'll spend many more minutes with them, or a lucky 13 on their shirt too. That works. But yeah,
I mean, if I would just put it on dirt instead of asphalt, you know. but you know, down here in South Carolina, we only got so many dirt tracks.
Yeah, unfortunately, and you know, there's some good ones. I'm not saying there's not, but I wish we could somehow do something about the dirt. But you know, we all live down here. I live in North Carolina, so I get it. It's what we're dealt with. The cards were dealt, and there ain't much we can do about it but make the best of it. So, but one of these days, my plan is to do something down in the South. That is one of my plans in my future. So We'll see. I've had a couple of opportunities present themselves, but none of them
Nice.
have been anything that I wanted to truly entertain, so I haven't. But I would say don't be shocked if one day Cody Summer has a racetrack in the South, and I don't think the dirt will be red. That's all I gotta say.
Woo. Well, I'm ready for it, man. Ready for it. Man, I greatly appreciate you, and can't wait to have you back on sometime and talk some more racing with you, man.
Yeah, anytime. Just let me know. No problem. Appreciate you guys.
All right, brother. Have a good one.
You too.
Hashtag race, get Racing Jason to the dome. That's it. Let's go. I'm ready. I'm ready. Right now. I'm ready. God almighty. Is it December yet?
All right. Everybody, our Cody Summer, and we'll be waiting on those invitations in the mail to head on out to the dome.
Absolutely. Hey, I'm going to start a hashtag on Twitter. Get Racing Jason to the dome.
Coach put a bunch of eyeballs on our YouTube feed here.
Yeah, Cody might take over a track. I think I know which one he's talking about, but I'll say that. But get Racing Jason to the dome, bro. That's it. Let's go.
I want to go, man. That is one race I want to go to so bad. It never ends up falling. I've been able to, but I want to go to that one so bad.
So let me ask you this: with the interview right now with Cody Sumner, where do you put the dome on your top 5 crown jewel race list?
Oh, I still think it is. Well, this is my, I guess my judge on how big of a race it is. Who wants to be there? And from what I gather, and not just listening to Cody, but I'm saying listening to all racers, everybody wants to be there. And if they want to be there that bad, obviously it is a top race. Everybody wants to be at Eldora. Everybody wants to be at, I don't know, give me another one. I've got Gateway in my head right now. North-South, yes. Everybody wants to be
North-South
Hillbilly, yes. Everybody wants to be
Fairbury,
yes. Everybody wants to be there, but everybody wants to be at the dome. That is what they're wanting to do. And if everybody wants to be there, everybody wants to race there, then beyond the other metrics, because in my opinion, like he said, 35,000 plus people, you don't have that many people showing up to any track other than the dome. So it's
Eldora maybe.
I don't think theirs was that much though. I'd have to look it up.
Last year the Scott Blue, it had to be 50,000 people there last year, man.
Think so?
Scott Blue quiz thing. It was, easy. It was 50,000 easy.
Okay. Well, regardless.
It was so you couldn't move day, you couldn't walk day.
But regardless, it's still a highly sought after race that everybody wants to race in. So when they want to race that much, yes, it is. I'm going to put it personally. In all honesty, I'm going to have to put it probably, it's going to have to be 3rd or 4th.
Oh, that high? Okay.
I'm just saying, if we're going top 5, it's got to be 3rd or 4th.
Absolutely. I love it.
And I'm not going to lie to you, and we probably disagree on this, but I'm going to have to, it kind of teeters back and forth with Fairbury for me.
Whoa, you gonna put the dome with Fairbury?
Yeah, I am.
That is big.
Because I'm going to say the world's number 1. I think I said that before. Pretty sure I said that before.
Got to be.
I got the Dream at number 2.
Why is anybody such the Dream? I don't get it.
Just because it's Eldora.
All right. Okay.
That is, I think that's probably the only reason.
Okay. All right.
So where you got it at? Where do you still put it at now?
Yeah, it's fifth. But after talking to Cody Sumner tonight, I got to put it in front of doggone. Let's see. I guess I got to. Oh, man. What am I going to put it in front of? Oh, my God. What am I going to put it in front of? Let's see. I got World. I got PDC. Then I got the Dream. Then I got North, South, and Gate. I guess I'm going to put it ahead of the Dream. So let's switch the Dream from being, like you said, Eldora. So I'll put Gateway third, put the Dream fifth. How about that?
I can get on that. I can get with that. I personally,
PDC, huh?
I personally would keep it myself. I'm gonna keep it from north south. I don't.
Okay.
You got it from north south.
I get it. Oh yeah. I mean, I do. I get it. 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 Absolutely. So it's gonna be World, PDC, Gateway, North South, Dream. There you go.
Coach says World, Falls, then Dome. I can get down with that.
World, Falls, then Dome. Okay, yeah, yeah. That's it. That's top three. Okay, so we're all locked in. That's our top three right there.
I can get down with that.
Okay. Yeah. World, February, Dome. That's the order. There you go. Have a good night. Booyah.
All right. Good night.
All right. I'll see you this week.
All right. So I guess that's pretty cool. Appreciate Cody Summer coming on with us, hanging out way longer than we expected. So that's awesome.
Well, I think he could have talked for another hour if he wanted to. I swear.
Oh yes. He asked me about how long, and I maybe he meant to limit himself. I thought he meant to, have a time limit. I don't know. Regardless, I love it.
Hey, I will tell you, hey Dave, I really do believe that this doggone American Racer at the Dome, this gonna be some doors up. This gonna be some eyes up. It really is. This is gonna be big.
I think it will too. But what you're gonna see, just kind of like he said, I think all of a sudden. Some series are going to say, hey, if you want us to exclusively run your tire, and you better pay us some money. And that's going to happen. That's going to happen because I'm not talking trash about Hoosier, but I am, I guess, at the same time. What they're charging for a tire now, they are making so much money. It would be stupid for them not to strike a $25,000 check to a series to have an exclusive tire.
And it's like down here, with Clash and Ultimate, it's always sponsored by Hoosier. Mm-hmm. So I mean, Hoosier's got their hand about everything.
They got their hand covered up at the southeast on asphalt.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I mean, even up north, there's some up north that run McCreary, but very few. But like even Oxford 250, that's Hoosiers exclusively. So.
How come McCreary don't get back on the dirt side down here, man?
I don't know. I wish they would. I don't know. I wish quite a few more would get in. I wish we could just in general in racing. I don't care if it's dirt, asphalt, just get some more in there. We need more.
We do. We already got enough chassis. We got enough doggone shock.
But the problem is, I will tell you what the problem is. In dirt, I don't think it is magnified quite as much. Yes, there is, and they're going to have a test that way. And I know what Cody's talking about. If say they test a little bull ring track and it's the Hoosier is I don't know, say it's 0.3 faster. Well, whatever car runs. Hoosier's probably going to have another 100-pound, something like that. So that's what's going to happen, and that's probably. But the problem is down here on the asphalt, and we tested some different tires. You're talking about 0.75 of a second difference, if not a second difference on asphalt. So it's so hard to have a tire war per se, because all of them can make a stupid fast tire, but they're not going to last. And what the tracks got going for them around here on asphalt is the scuff programs. And so if you get a scuff that's already shot, well, you're not going to make any money on that scuff. You know what I'm saying? It's $40 a tire, so but nobody's going to be able to use it. So
it's already wore out.
It's already wore out. So you don't want a super soft, super fast tire. But in saying that, all these companies make different compounds of tires. You can figure out which compound for your track, your class. Okay, if you're running a Hoosier, you run, let's say on asphalt, you run an F45. If you run an American Racer, I don't know what their numbers are, but you run this tire because they run about the same times. So, which would be the same thing happens at Dome. So,
yeah. You know, I wanted to ask Cody what track they were going to test that, but yeah, I didn't want to ask them to be bombarded. This late, the tire test coming up this long. They probably all be camped out waiting. You know what I mean? That's why
they about need to. They about need to test at a go-kart track is what they need.
I swear I was thinking about oh gosh, help me out. One up there, Statesville,
come
on, man,
Millbridge.
Millbridge.
Yeah,
I was still up there.
Brandon Shepard went and tested there.
Yep, sure did. He sure did.
It wouldn't surprise me to see him go test there.
Carson Ferguson tested the one down there, and I'm going toward Gilbert.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. I know what you're talking about. I can't think of the name of it.
On Charleston Highway down there, going toward Swansea.
Yep. I know exactly what you're talking about.
Oh, speaking of go-karts, did the Lance come to the thing Saturday?
I didn't see him. I haven't seen Lance in years, man.
I ain't talked too many years either, yeah.
So, Coach said he bets it's Macon. That is a possibility.
Yeah, I could. Yeah, they like that. Like it. I like it. Yeah.
Me too. Yes. All right. Well, we got a bunch of other stuff to cover kind of quickly here. Try to anyway. This week, Florence Motor Speedway. We are Labor Day weekend, baby. Florence Motor Speedway has got a weekend full of racing. Friday night, well, actually, hold on. Let me back that up. Thursday, Cars Tour practice day. Ending, this is the best part.
Okay.
Ending the day, starting at 8:30 at night. Karaoke on the front straightaway of Florence Motor Speedway.
Yay.
I love it. I'll tell you how that kind of happened. I was over there last year kind of doing it. I was DJing over there after Cars Tour practice, and everybody just come up wanting to sing. So they were like, well, we'll just do a karaoke. I was like, that's perfect.
Oh, my God. That's funny.
So, dude, you'd be surprised. So if you're in the area, come on over. If you're camping over at Darlington or whatever, if you've come in, come on over to Florence Motor Speedway Saturday night, 8:30. Get your singing on. Get your best karaoke song out, and let's sing. I'm gonna try. I've got a thing at church I got to be at Thursday night. I'm gonna try to swing back by there if I get done early enough. I imagine they'll probably be going late. I'm gonna try to swing back by there though. It'll be on the way home, so I have to check it out just to see what's going on there. I imagine the coolers will be flowing, the whole cooler flowing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean. Oh yeah.
So that'll be fun to check out. But Friday. Gates open at 4 p.m. Florence Motor Speedway is the Cars Tour, the Cookout 225 at Florence Motor Speedway. We got, let's see, we got Bandoleros, Legends, and Allison Legacy Series in action, along with the Cars Tour Pro Late Models and late model stocks. Dale Jr.'s in the house, just letting y'all know. If you didn't already know. Yeah.
Okay.
If you haven't heard.
Behind the wheel?
Yeah. He's going to be racing.
Yeah.
He's going to be racing late model stock. You can wear your jacket out there, you know.
It ain't cold up yet, Dave. It might be still August. It's 1,000 degrees.
So that'll be fun. But then they got the and I'll be out there. My good friends from Rise Arrow actually will be doing the flyover before the race, and also our pastor, Pastor Josh Tarleton, will be giving the invocation from Cypress Grove Church there, and I'm kind of helping out because Steve Zacharias ain't even gonna be there because it's their first race back over. Oh God. Yeah, that track they took over. I just had a brain fart. It's a Monday. Smart Modified Tour will be at well, it was Goodyear. It was All American Speedway. What is it now? Oh God.
Oh, the one there by Hatteras and stuff. I can't remember. Don't know. Couldn't tell you. I can't.
Coastal Plains. God, it's a rough day. Smart Modifieds will be at Coastal Plains on Friday night. So the track owner, Steve Zacharias, won't even be at the Cars Tour race. So
we'll be at the Smart Mods. Wow.
Yeah. So they kind of had. So he was like, "I'm gonna lean on you to help with some of this stuff ahead of time." I was like, "I got you." So
wow, look at you.
So
if he put his hat on.
Yeah. So also they got the Southern Showdown at Florence Motor Speedway there Saturday and Sunday, but with the Legends and the Bandoleros racing for some big money and big laps too. So there will be plenty of racing there. Also, obviously, Darlington Raceway, truck race on Saturday, cup race on Sunday after the Gamecocks play. So we'll watch some Gamecocks beat up on, was it Virginia? Isn't it Virginia? What was that? What you hear? I hear a sandstorm coming.
Brewing.
There you go.
Virginia Tech, man.
Virginia Tech. I'm sorry. One of them up there.
Dave.
Whatever. They're not an SEC team. I don't know them.
The bird, a Hokie. The fake bird.
Hokie. And then on Monday, Dillon Motor Speedway will be racing on Labor Day. So I've got a weekend full of race car stuff.
Wow. You're gonna be busy.
I'm gonna have to go back to work to get a break.
Oh my God, that's funny. Oh my God, that's funny. Are you racing Monday at Dillon?
There is a possibility.
You wanna I didn't do it because I didn't get your permission, but I also do eyeballs. But you wanna tell everybody your news? Or?
Oh, you want to put it out there? Okay.
I mean, I also put it out there. I mean, I can still put it out
there. No, we I haven't even told some sponsors this yet, but we'll go ahead and tell them on here.
No.
No. It's good. It's all good.
Sure?
Yeah. We're I don't know yet. I don't know. I'm not going to say 100% yes or 100% no because I don't know if we're technically racing or not. We acquired a truck, a race truck. My old boss man, Mr. Don Miller, that owned a motorcycle shop here in Florence, South Carolina. He had it and had it in a shop sitting back there for quite a while. And so we got it from him. He told me to go race it. So we going to go race it. So we're trying to the truck and the car are at Chad Webster's shop. And we're taking, the stuff that we need off the car to put on the truck. That's getting swapped over. And just the stuff that needs to be updated on the truck. We're doing all that. A little bit of everything. So we may be truck racing Monday.
Wow.
Maybe. I'm not promising that one, but we're going, I got to get over there tomorrow. I need to be over there tonight. I ain't gonna lie. If Cody wouldn't have been on the show tonight, I probably would have postponed.
Okay. I would have understood that. Oh yeah. Who drove that truck last?
All right, let me tell you what it. I don't know. I don't really know if the truck's ever been raced. Technically, it may have been one race or two. It was originally one of Ron Barfield's trucks. And he sold it to somebody, and then they turned around and sold it to my friend, to Mr. Don Miller. His son, Gary Miller, who I used to work with over there too, he drove it. I don't know that they may have raced it a time or two. I don't know that they ever did.
So this thing hardly has any laps on
it. From what everybody tells me, it may have about 60 laps on it.
Oh,
maybe.
My God. Are you serious?
I'm dead serious.
And is it a roller or was it race ready?
No, it was race ready, technically.
Dave, how? Man, that fell in your lap. That is awesome.
Yeah, so
that is awesome, bro.
We're gonna. Chad is doing everything he can to try to do it, and I told him, I'm like, we do what we can. So, like I said, I don't know. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see.
Or it is now, or you gonna change it up?
Oh no, it's getting changed. But if it gets raced Monday, it will be the color it is now.
Okay, I like it.
I don't.
I like it.
I don't. But yeah.
Oh, I know you don't. But you know why I like it? Because you don't see that many out there with that color. That's why I like it.
No, you do not. You do not. But the color is gonna get changed. You don't see any out there with that either. So.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Okay.
That'd be a little sneaky. I'm gonna sneak that in there when we get it straight.
Okay. All right.
So if we do get to go race it, see if everything's good, which is kind of main thing, then we'll come back and whatever we got to do. We're gonna practice it regardless. See
practice.
Practice. We talk about practice.
Oh, practice right now.
We're gonna do that, and we're gonna try. I personally think, from everything, it started up, ran good. No lie, oil looked brand new in the motor. So I think we'll be pretty good. We got a few things to do, but I don't think we'll be horrible. I think we're in good shape.
That's awesome, man. Good way to go, Dave. That's awesome.
Cool. So yeah, we got a lot. I got a busy weekend. I got a busy weekend. All that fun stuff.
Yeah. Yes, you do.
Try to get all that ready. So anyway, what you got?
Hillbilly coming up. Josh Richards is back.
I see that. All right, Josh Richards back, and I saw you say 2026 was going to be awesome.
No, I cannot believe I should have deleted that. Somebody commented, "Oh, is he racing in 26?"
And that's what I got to ask since you said it. I mean, you posted it. have we heard anything about Josh Richards being back for 2026? Is there rumblings? Just is there rumbling? I'm not asking you to say yes or no. Is there rumblings?
There's a big this one rumbling I have. This came out last year.
Oh yeah.
So I need to text you this information.
Okay. You text me.
I will. Okay.
Cool. I want to throw out a shout out real quick to our good friends over at MPM Marketing, www.marketwithmpm. You got to get in this marketing game if you're wanting to race nowadays. So head over to somebody knows how to do it. Talk with Tanya over there. She will set you on the right path. Also, people coming into Florence here, Darlington area, Florence area. All right, I got when you roll down 95, when everybody rolls down 95 coming to Darlington, because I'm going to tell you what, there's still, regardless of what you think about it, Jason, there's still a ton of people that come to Darlington. Still a lot. So, but when you're coming in.
Where they go to the Mayflower? Where they go?
I'm going there Thursday night, actually.
Oh, you doing?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
That's where we're having our church meeting at.
Oh, really? Oh, man. I'll meet you.
Know what I said too. I was like, yes. He said, y'all want to go to Mayflower? Yes, I do.
We have these sponsors around here, man. That's what we need to
do. But if when you roll it down and you stop at our wonderful Buc-ee's right here in Florence, South Carolina, it's right on the line of Florence and Darlington. Roll right down the road, just a few more miles on the same road. Go check out our good friends at Dixie Made, right here by the Florence Flea Market. Right beside it, you will be right on the road. If you come from Buc-ee's, you will be on the same road Dixie Made's on. Go check them out. Some of the most awesome clothing around. It got every brand that you want, that you like, from our, the Southern Fried Cottons, the Simply Southerns, everything everybody wants from head to toe. So head over to Dixie Made and tell them we sent you over there. Also, Fresh Chef. If you're coming through that Race City area of the Charlotte, they call it the Charlotte area when you go from, southern North Carolina all the way up to the Virginia line, I think. So they will call it the Charlotte area. And that's pretty much where Fresh Chef is. So just stop at one. Coming down. You will love it. They got daily food and drink specials that are just so good. So good. So go check them out. Anyway. You like my
Well done, sir.
You like that, didn't you?
Well done, sir. Well done. I am going to check out Fresh Chef when I go to the World Finals. I really am. I'm going to check it out.
Do it. You will thoroughly enjoy it. Thoroughly enjoy that. It's good stuff. I'm on I talked to my friends up at SRI this past weekend. I'm looking at, I need to look at some dates. I hope it's not on the same day as, no, it shouldn't be. I'm looking at some dates again. I might try to make it at the World Finals this year. I might. I ain't promising. I want to. I love going up there.
Let's go to the SRI tent.
Yeah, for sure.
I get a hook up. I get an armband. I get a hook up. Yeah, so I get a hook up. So yeah, we go to SRI tent, right?
We'll make that happen. Make that happen for sure. Anyway,
my Dale Jr.
Yeah. Yeah, make sure you wear that Dale Jr. jacket that day.
Oh my God.
Anyway, all right. Anything else? We'll cut this a little bit shorter tonight, I reckon.
That's fine. No, just tuna rip the lip tomorrow.
Yes, do that.
I got a serious question. I'm gonna ask the room, and I want you to get in there. Probably the second. I'm gonna say it probably the second hour, because I will talk about the first hour. I do want to talk about this Bobby Pierce thing. I believe we're watching greatness, and I'm telling you, Dave, when it's all said and done, he's gonna be on the freaking Mount Rushmore if he ain't already there.
I can see that.
Just saying.
I feel you there. I feel you. I like it.
But like you said earlier, not like a Bloomquist or CJ Rayburn, innovator driver, but just a pure driver.
Just driving talent. Yeah.
There you go. Because we are watching talent.
You are correct, sir. He's
in his own realm. I mean, there's nobody really you can put up there with Bobby Pierce. If you was to put somebody there with Bobby Pierce, who would you put up there?
Right now, like you talking about, like in this generation of driver, I guess we'll say.
Yeah.
And this is the thing, is there is an age gap, but I guess there's still kind of generation. I think you would have to put somebody like Davenport.
Okay, he's having a great year. Nothing against JD, love JD.
No.
Did he set the world on fire last year?
No, he did not. Now, a few years back, he did.
Okay.
And that's what I'm waiting to see, because it's going to happen. I mean, it's inevitable, and I'm not trying to down anybody, but it's racing. It's inevitable that you have an off year. And how does he handle that? That is what makes greatness, actually, in my opinion. How you can handle that and come back from it.
When does Pierce have an off year, though?
It's going to happen eventually. He hasn't. Okay. He hasn't. No, he hasn't.
I mean, nothing against Bobby Pierce. I love Bobby Pierce to death, but I'd love to see it happen to give Nick Hoffman and some of the other guys a chance to win the double championship.
I agree.
I'd love to see it.
I agree 100%. I think Nick Hoffman, I really do. Just knowing what he did in a modified, and he's still good. Don't get me wrong, he is still good in a super late model. But I seriously think, man, if you put him, I put it this way, if you stuck him over there with Rumley for a week, all of a sudden you'd see something big, I think.
Really? You think so?
Hoffman. Yes, I do. I just don't think he's had the person with him yet. Now, he had Bloomquist. Do not get me wrong. He had Bloomquist. I am not downing that. But let me tell you about that. Let me tell you about Scott and people that have raced for him and his cars and everything else, because I think they're some of the greatest out there. Chris Ferguson, probably one of the best there's ever been in a Team Zero car. He was probably one of the most consistent in it, other than Dale McDowell, maybe. Dale McDowell, probably. Okay. That's what I'm saying. Kyle Strickler just told me, he flat out told me, he's like, dude, I had to go in there. He said, I had to swap the pedals around. He said, Scott ran the brake pedal all the way to the left. He said, I could not get it in my head, stuff like that. And so, I'm not putting anything on Nick from there, because I think he did a great job in the car. But at the same time, I think he just hasn't had that person, with the Scott, yes, genius. Being able to relay that to everybody, who knows? You know what I mean? Yeah,
I totally agree with that. Absolutely. Absolutely.
And I just think you put Nick with somebody like a Rumley that just knows how to tell you what this car is doing. He knows how to take the feedback and apply it to the car. I think you could see Nick Hoffman do some huge things.
Do you? I know it's been a while. 5 years since Hoffman drove for Bloomquist. About 20, right? About 2020, 2019, 2020.
That's right. Yeah.
You think you could take a car, been that long ago with Bloomquist, and today's Longhorn? Can you learn something from the Bloomquist car? I guess I'm saying, and change it over to the Longhorn. Or is it just? It's two different animals, right?
I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to say it's two different animals, because I'm going to tell you, there's still, I'd be willing to bet you, some of even Dale McDowell's cars are probably that old. They've probably been updated, but I bet you some of them are still from that time frame. It would not surprise me one bit. Not saying he might not have some new ones, but I bet you there's some backup ones sitting there that are still. Because have you seen any for sale? I haven't.
No.
And the whole thing, they just pile them
that's
up
one
back
thing
there.
Scott, you didn't see no Bloomquist cars for sale because you threw at that thing. I want it back. Give it back to me.
Yep. You didn't see much of it.
It's like it's like you didn't buy from Bloomquist. You more like leased them. You know what I mean?
At one point in time, I don't know if it was like this at the very end, but I know at one point in time there was like a contract deal with it. When you got a Bloomquist car, you had to give it back.
And you had to buy 2 up.
Yep. So I don't know. I think there's still some things, but I still think all these cars come down to now. There are little nuances about everything. Shock positioning and stuff. Don't get me wrong, but still, you got I'll say 4 shocks. Yeah, some of these dirt late models got 6 shocks on them now, and
yep,
and you got them 4 black round things that are touching the ground. And that's the only thing getting power to the ground. If you get that right on any car, they all can be fast.
I still think a lot of it's driver, though. I do. I think a lot of it is talent.
I think a lot is driver, but I think actually more of it is driver feedback more than anything.
Okay, there you go. Keyword right there. What'd you say?
Feedback.
There you go.
Yeah. I mean, I don't disagree with that at all, because if you got a driver, and I've been around some drivers that just do not know what a car is doing. They can hold the wheel, they can go around the track, but you ask them, is the car loose? I don't know. And if you can't tell that, then and that's the thing, and that's what I will tell you about every driver that I've ever known that's a good driver. You have some guys come in and say, it's a little tight on entry and I'm loose off. Well, I mean, you know that. And I will tell you one person, Kyle Larson. And I've been around him, Rumley, and I've been around him at a cup track and stuff. This dude does not say, like, entry. He breaks the corners up into, like, eighths. He will tell you every little bit of what that car's doing going around that corner. And that is the big difference.
Yeah, I can see that. Yes, sir. Absolutely. Yeah, that is breaking it down there. That's breaking it down.
Yeah, for sure. So anyway, man, well, got some good topics to talk about on Ripping the Lip tomorrow night on X. Everybody tune in. Check out Racing Jason there. And see somebody at the racetrack this weekend. For sure.
I'll be there next weekend, the 6th. Lakeview. I made my mind up. I see everybody at Lakeview the 6th.
Lakeview on the 6th.
Sure.
Good deal. All right, man. Well, I sure appreciate it, and I'll be talking with you. Have a good one.
You too, bud. Have a good week.
All righty, everybody. Well, y'all have a good one, and we will be talking with y'all next time.